My name is Dana Berkey and welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, I'm a young adult fiction author and today's video is just going to be an update for Big Brother Season 20. Now, last week I actually skipped the video because on Thursday night I was just so beyond exhausted by the time the episode ended that I went straight to bed and then was like, okay, I'll do an update video Friday. It was an even bigger exhaustion. And then Sunday I thought I would, but after a couple days of getting like sunburn and things like that, Sunday was definitely just the day that I needed to like chillax after I got home from the Sounders game and I got super heat exhausted. Basically, long story short, it's been a crazy week and a half or so, and I haven't been updating about Big Brother, so I thought now would be a good time. And I wanted to do it tonight instead of tomorrow. First of all, because I have a really exciting video planned for tomorrow, but also because I just kind of wanted to start the conversation about Level 6. In tonight's episode, we're kind of starting to see Level 6 crumble. And I should tell you guys, like, I don't really watch the live streams just because I'm way too busy in summer with camp and things like that. But I was pretty surprised to see the way everyone was turning on each other. I mean, here we have Rachel getting really close with Bailey, which at first I thought it was just to kind of save herself, but now it kind of looks like she's jumping ship from Level 6. Just the way that she's finding out information about Tyler and trusting what Bailey has to say rather than going to Tyler and saying, hey, did you throw Angela like under the bus? Did you throw her name out? And I think Angela was smart. When she heard the information, she went straight to Tyler to find out. And like all of that just really makes me wonder, like, is this the end of Level 6? I mean, obviously there's only 5 members left in Level 6 after Winston went home. But now after the veto and after Tyler chose to kind of side with Bailey, and not take anyone off the block, we now know for sure that a member of Level 6 is going to go home. So we're honestly going to be down to only 4 members of Level 6. It's either going to be Brett or Rachel going home, and I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that. Who do you think is going to go home between the two, and how do you feel like Level 6 is going to proceed from here? I have to say, Casey's not getting as much airtime as I expected. Same with like Sam right now and Haley. It's just been kind of weird, like other people drama going on in the house, and I'm honestly wondering if we're going to start seeing this like whole new alliance forming. We kind of heard Bailey and Rachel talking about an all-female alliance, which I don't know that that'll really happen, but this has kind of been the season of like fading alliances. Like Faute like maybe lasted a week or two. Level 6 is slowly getting picked off inadvertently kind of, and I really just wonder how things are going to go from here. I honestly think that based on the kind of conversations that were happening, I think Rachel might be the one that goes home just because she's showing a little bit like she's siding with Bailey, and clearly Angela is like trusting Tyler a lot more, and I think other competitors are going to kind of do that. That being said, we do have like Rockstar, who I think would vote out Brett just because she doesn't necessarily like him. So it's really going to like be a split vote, I think. I don't know if this is a week number-wise where it can be a tie, in which case I think obviously Bailey would keep Rachel over Brett. She would send Brett home, but I don't know that it'll come to that. I also don't know how many people are in the house right now. That takes way too much counting, and I don't got time for that. So, yeah, I'm just kind of feeling like this is going to be Rachel's time to go, and I honestly think this next week in the house is going to be what really defines the alliances. Like, will Level 6 still be a thing? I really wish Level 6 would recruit Sam and JC and be back to Level 6 again after we say goodbye to someone this week, because I think it's such a cool idea of having just like 6 people that are all pretty solid. Unfortunately, the other side of the house, whenever they win power, knows exactly who to target and pin against one another. I think it was kind of a last-ditch effort of Tyler's to throw Scotty under the bus, and I don't think it's necessarily working. However, they definitely pinned that rogue vote on Scotty, which I think is pretty fantastic, just because like it wasn't him, it was JC, but like they're able to kind of convince people that it was Scotty, and I don't know that in another week or two Scotty's going to be able to avoid that. However, he is flying under the radar a little bit. Anyway, I feel like that was all over the board because like I'm just kind of like doing like stream of consciousness, all my thoughts on the season so far, and that's where I'm at. I have to say I was really glad to see Caitlyn go home. I think she just just made the house weird with the way that she kind of like preyed on the guys and was constantly trying to like flirt with them and all this. And I've even watched a video where they were talking about it, like Fessy and Brett were talking about all these like inappropriate things that she would like say and stuff. And so I'm definitely like glad that she left the house, and I feel like she was the correct choice to leave the house. And I'm pretty pleased with most of the people that are still in. I would honestly love to see Rockstar and Brett maybe not work together, because I don't think Brett is that stupid, but I would really like to see them come to a truce of sorts and maybe together go after like Fessy and Haley and maybe even Bailey. I want Brett to stay in the house, basically. Last week, I definitely wanted Brett to go home as opposed to Winston, but now that Winston's gone, I definitely want Brett to stay. I think he ruffled the right feathers and is showing that he's willing to really play this game and go hard. And honestly, like, we're barely into the summer. We're only, it's like 30, maybe 40 days, if that. I know they said it in the episode and I already forget. But like, we already have way more gameplay than we had all last summer, thankfully. So that's amazing. Like, so amazing. I love it. But so yeah, those are all my thoughts and feelings on the season right now. I'm definitely excited to see who's going to be the next HOH. That's really going to affect a lot of things as far as who's going to be up and who's going to go home. But first we got to get through this elimination, and I'm really hoping that Brett stays. I think he's the kind of player that's going to make these big moves. Not that Rachel wouldn't, but I think Rachel's just kind of flip-flopping and almost floating at the moment. Even though she claims to be really solid to level 6, just the way that she doubted Tyler just shows that there's maybe a little bit of like descent inside level 6, and we don't need that in an alliance. Like, you got to be strong with your alliance like the whole way. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm also hoping that Sam maybe becomes a little bit more of a central focus in the show this next week. Like, oh, excuse me. Maybe she'll win a veto or win HOH. Like, just I want to kind of hear her thoughts on the game a little bit more, just because I think her HOH was so powerful, which I said Winston went home last week. Winston went home 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. I think Sam was such a good HOH, and I really appreciated how she played the game, and I would like to see more of that. I also want to see those power-ups get used. Tyler kind of didn't want to use the veto because he was worried about Bailey's power-up. Well, Bailey could use her power app to stab Tyler in the back, and he can turn around and say, you can't put me on the block. Yeah, it would kind of burn his power app, and he doesn't necessarily need to just yet, but I think it would have been okay. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Sorry if it's all over the place, but I'm a little tired and mostly just like haven't talked about it in a week. So I feel like I have 2 weeks worth of like blah, all going in my brain, and it's a lot. And I'm gonna yawn again. I'm sorry, guys. It's not even that late, and I still have to catch up on the challenge on MTV, which, let me know if you guys watch the challenge on MTV. I've literally never missed a season. This is their 32nd season. I've never missed one. And some of previous Big Brother house guests are actually on the show. Natalie and Polly and Jose and Mama Day. I was like, oh my gosh, why can't I remember? They're all on this season of the challenge, so it's pretty great. So let me know if you guys watch that show as well. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below your thoughts on all of the things I talked about. Basically, let's just start the conversation and chat about Big Brother, because it's the best. Finally, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel with notifications on. I'm really hoping that maybe tomorrow we'll find out that next week is a live double eviction. And if that is the case, then I will be doing a live stream during the double eviction. Haven't done one since last summer. Haven't done any live streams lately, so I'm hoping I can maybe do that next week, even if it's not a double eviction, just to do one, because it's been a bit. But I'm really excited for a double eviction to come along, because I feel like that really lights a fire under people and starts forcing people to really play and choose sides. And that's what we need a little more of, just because we have these two sides of the house battling out. But I think now we're maybe seeing fractures in level 6, and it's going to lead to some new alliances that are going to be interesting. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed so you find out as I update more random chatting about it, because I love the show. I love the show. I love the show. I love the show. I can't say it enough. Anyway, I don't know what else to say, except I'm excited for evictions tomorrow, just basically to see who stays and then who wins HOH. So hopefully Brett stays, and hopefully, let's see, if I could pick anyone to win HOH, it would be Casey. I would love for Casey to win this week. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.